Gemini woman romantic compatibility with all signs. You won't need much time to notice a Gemini woman in a crowd. She's well articulated. She loves throwing herself into a fiery debate on literally any subject, and she probably has 14 hidden talents for you to discover. Gemini is an intellectual ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, which is to say she loves talking. She's quick to fall in love, and she will gladly sit on your couch eating up every word you say. She wants to figure you out and learn about what makes you tick, your deepest secrets and desires, and your wildest childhood stories. But she's also quick to get bored if you're not providing her with her much-needed excitement. Starting with Gemini woman with Aries man. Ah yes, quite literally, like a wind through a forest fire, these two can have a passionate, explosive relationship. An Aries man is just the guy to call when you're in need of some crazy stories, and he loves being the center of attention. A Gemini woman will listen to his every word and won't be afraid to challenge his worldview. In turn, he knows exactly how to keep her entertained and surprise her with new adventures. This is a stellar combination where both of them are a fantastic match for each other. Their compatibility points? Emotions and romance gets 6 out of 10. Communication and trust gets 9 out of 10. And life values gets 7 out of 10. Next, Gemini woman with Taurus man. A Taurus man will be drawn to a Gemini woman like a moth to a flame. He's fascinated by her delinquency. He loves hearing her talk and has the patience to listen to her for hours, not to mention the patience to deal with her frequent mood swings. But there's something quite elementary missing from this relationship. The old-time manners, romantic gestures, and overall soft quality of a Taurus man rub Gemini the wrong way. She does not want a charming prince. She wants to drive fast and see the world, which she cannot do from his living room while rewatching old seasons of Friends. Their compatibility points? Emotions and romance gets 6 out of 10. Communication and trust gets 6 out of 10. And life values gets 4 out of 10. Next up, Gemini woman with Gemini man. This is one of those couples that go well together, but manage to piss off everyone around them. Yeah, sure, they'll be happy together, but at what cost? These two are very likely to fall for each other since they'll share the same curiosity and affinity for knowledge. They'd love to go out together and hogging the mic in social situations, and they will constantly find new ways to keep each other entertained when it's just the two of them. If it's true that communication is the most important part of a relationship, I think it's safe to declare these two relationship champions. Their compatibility points? Emotions and romance get 8 out of 10. Communication and trust gets 10 out of 10. And life values gets another 10 out of 10. Next, Gemini woman with Cancer man. At a glance, you'd think these two are not the best of matches. But you'd be very much wrong. There's nothing like an emotionally unavailable air sign to light a fire in a Cancer man's heart. And a Gemini woman has emotional unavailability down to a T. In fact, she's probably the one that inspired the saying. Although Cancers are a bit more home-oriented and romance-loving than Gemini, his worship will break down any emotional barriers she might have. In turn, he'll appreciate her intellect and easygoing personality and make sure he's the perfect partner for heated arguments in their friend group. Their compatibility points? Emotions and romance get 8 out of 10. Communication and trust get 7 out of 10. And life values get 6 out of 10. Next up, Gemini woman with a Leo man. This is easily one of the greatest combinations, although it wildly depends on each individual's personality. Generally, they communicate efficiently, and Leo will be a loyal and devoted partner to a Gemini woman, especially since he can show her off and talk everyone's ears off in her company. On the other hand, the Gemini woman will love Leo's stories and will have no issues supporting him and cheering him on in everything he does. However, there might be an element of superficiality in Leo that some Gemini women won't like. Alternatively, Leos might be put off by Gemini's flirty nature and non-committal attitude. Their compatibility points? Emotions and romance get 8 out of 10. Communication and trust gets 6 out of 10. And life values gets 5 out of 10. Next up, Gemini woman with a Virgo man. These are two intellectuals that could make a great couple, but there are some peculiarities of both of them that could annihilate their chances at romance. If they're both mature, adjusted people, they could benefit from each other's company. They could have lovely conversations and even agree on long-term values and goals. But a Virgo's innate conservative attitude won't sit well with the bohemian Gemini woman, and they might experience issues when it comes to their social life, relationship security, and overall expectations from each other. Their compatibility points: emotions and romance gets 2 out of 10, communication and trust gets 8 out of 10, and life values gets 6 out of 10. Next, Gemini woman with a Libra man. Here comes the social butterflies that everyone loves to hate. This is, truly, a match made in heaven. Both of them are voracious socialites with a certain panache for words and an ability to bewitch any audience by the sheer power of communication. They both love to be at the center of attention, and they share the same depth about certain topics, while also sharing the same superficiality for other domains. They won't ever get tired of hearing the other one talk, and they will encourage each other to pursue their dreams and capitalize on their innate talents. Their compatibility points: emotions and romance gets 10 out of 10, communication and trust gets 10 out of 10, and life values rounds it out at another 10 out of 10. Next, Gemini woman with Scorpio man. Nothing brings a Scorpio man to his knees faster than a sociable air sign that can really hold her own in an argument. Their attraction is almost magnetic, although the relationship can quickly crumble before them as soon as Scorpio's jealous and overly emotional nature reveals itself. This will seriously turn the Gemini woman off, as she loves her freedom and is probably unlikely to quit flirting with everyone as a hobby. If they can see past their differences and take each other's feelings into account, they have great chances of remaining together, but probably not. Their compatibility points: emotions and romance gets 7 out of 10, communication and trust gets 7 out of 10, and life values only gets 4 out of 10. Next, Gemini woman with Sagittarius man. What a delicious, fireworks-inducing couple. Sag's need for freedom perfectly complements Gemini's easygoing, flirty personality. They won't have any issues detaching themselves from their relationship in order to create strong bonds with other people. This, counterintuitively, actually helps their own relationship grow stronger. They understand each other on a deep, profound level, and they're both in possession of the exact weapons to ensure they remain interested and content. They both have a certain sense of adventure and curiosity, almost hunger for life, that will glue them at the hip and set the basis for a flourishing relationship. Their compatibility points: emotions and romance gets 10 out of 10, communication and trust gets another 10 out of 10, and life values rounds it out at a third 10 out of 10. Next, Gemini woman with Capricorn man. This video section has been hijacked. We figured no one will ever watch it, since the chances of these two signs falling in love are pretty slim. They are complete opposites in how they view interpersonal relationships, love, life goals and values, work ethic, and even personal needs. The talkative Gemini woman will soon get on Capricorn's nerves, but not before Cap's rigidity, detachment, and tunnel vision will turn her off and have her look for something else instead. Their compatibility points: emotions and romance gets only 1 out of 10, communication and trust also gets 1 out of 10, and life values gets 2 out of 10. Next, Gemini woman with Aquarius man. Now we're talking. No other zodiac couple will be able to discuss such profound matters as these two. Gemini is able to see Aquarius's life perspectives from literally any angle and play the devil's advocate with them for as long as they both need to feel like they're oh so very different from all the other people. They'll intuitively know what each other wants, and they'll work very well together towards a life that's preoccupied with the progress of society. They recognize, respect, and admire each other's intellects, and have just enough sparks and creativity to ensure that they won't get bored with each other, even after a long time. Their compatibility points: emotions and romance gets 9 out of 10, communication and trust gets 10 out of 10, and life values gets 8 out of 10. And lastly, Gemini woman with Pisces man. Yet again, the gloomy water sign cannot resist the emotionally unavailable Gemini woman. She will quickly become the object of his affections, especially if she's got certain diplomacy to her. But don't be fooled, Pisces will still adore the ground she walks on, even when she gets lost in the heat and puts on a cash me outside performance. It's all part of her charm, but the relationship has major chances of ending tragically. The dreamy and romantic nature of a Pisces won't say much to a Gemini woman, and she will quickly get annoyed at all those emotions. Their compatibility points: emotion and romance gets 6 out of 10, communication and trust gets 6 out of 10, and life values gets 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to get all the latest updates.